Quebec. We traveled from Montreal to Quebec yesterday, and it was raining most of the day, and we just took a bus tour, and I couldn't get pictures off of the bus in the rain too much. But I'm going to swing around here, and this is the St. Lawrence Seaway right in front of me here. We're well up on the top of the hill, and the large seagoing vessels come down through here and go on down to Montreal and back in that area. Now this building that you see on the front here is Fontainebleau. This is where we're staying. I understand it was built somewhere in the 1600s, burnt, and in the 1700s was rebuilt. And it's a walled city. It was actually a walled city at one time, and there is a fortress on top of the hill up there. And there's Mary.
Good morning.
And I'm going to try one more time. That's a ferry. For $1 you can ride back and forth all day as long as you don't get off the ferry. And I'm going to step over here and take a picture of what they call Lower Quebec. This is the older part of Quebec. We're going to take a bus tour this morning through the older section. But as you can see, it's pretty well done. Here comes some ocean-going vessels, and they're in a port. And down below again, from a different site, a lookout, is, they call it Lower Town. And that's where all the boutiques and tourist traps generally are. And I'm going to swing around and try to catch the front of this building. When I get down below the statue, I'm going to try to catch the front of the building somewhat. This is the restaurant we are eating breakfast in.
Those guys were waiting for the good moment to attack the city. And on the night between the 12th and the 13th of September 1759, 4,800 British soldiers crossed the St. Lawrence River during the night and started to climb up the hill that's located further to the right. And during the night, there were some French guards here on top waiting for some food coming from France. They heard some noise and thought those people coming up were French. A French general, whose name was Fontaine, thought it wasn't necessary to wait for some more some more French soldiers. So he just sent the troops he had there ready. And there were very few French. South Shore has also cities that are still in the province of Quebec, but this is not Quebec City anymore. Quebec City is only located here on the north shore of our St. Lawrence River. In a few moments, for those of you who wish to take pictures again, let's start from there, from the lookout point. This boardwalk is called Governor's Promenade, and if you walk on it all the way to the end, it'll take you directly to the shadow.
Kind of where I left off. And there you can see there's a cannon there. Where you go, there's forts, or for the most part. There's a anchorage. I'll get this yet. And this is the St. Lawrence River. And this is the narrowest part. In Quebec, they tell us, is a Indian for narrows. This is the narrowest part of the river. And that apparently is where its name come from. At least that's what they're telling. And you can see the bridges. One's a Quebec bridge, and the other one I don't remember its name. And I'm going to make a 360 here. Try to get the skyline of Quebec from here.
I give this one 4 stars. I'm here.
It's interesting sometimes to find out where these names come from. Well, that is not Quebec over there. Quebec is only on this area, on the island here. Going back around to our bus. Very cloudy day. Rained all day yesterday. Of course, it was a traveling day for the most part.
As well, the 19th century. Most of them are offices and commerce today. You have also this monument now on your right. You can see a man who is dying and who is supported by the angel of death. This dying man is Montcalm, the French general who was defeated by the British. General Montcalm died the day after the battle, and before dying he knew he was defeated, and he said, "I am dying happy because I will never see the British come into the city." The poor man. Always come here to Condalais. We have some discotheques, some bars, some restaurants that are open very late during the night. So it's our main street.
There is an awful lot of them.
But you have to know that it costs a lot of money to build. It costs $65,000 Canadian to build this pigeon house, and it is heated with electricity during the winter time. France was giving a speech on your right in the park of the military drill hall. But the government here in Quebec was afraid that our charming pigeons would leave some undesirable gifts on the head of Mitterrand. So what they did is they put some drug in the pigeon house, in the food, for the pigeons to sleep. But those little pigeons wanted to hear Mitterrand's speech, so they were not sleeping at all, believe me. They were walking around, all, drugged. Now that it's true now, all pigeons are on the pill, and they take a pill. We don't have many pigeons anymore. Controlling pigeon birth. To the left, you have also the Parliament that you may recognize. You have this statue on the left of Mr. Duplessis, who was the Prime Minister of Quebec in the 50s, and he had a big influence on the people of this province. According to Mr. Duplessis and the clergy, the people, the French-Canadian women who were Catholic and married, those women had to have one child every year if they wanted paradise at the end of their days, at the end of their lives. They had to have one child every year. My own grandmother only had 3 children during the 40s, and because of this, the priest would not give her communion at Mass on Sunday. She was not a good Catholic woman. Can you imagine? We're passing through the St. Louis Gate, which is a gate that was also rebuilt at the beginning of this century. To the right, this is in 1924. And so this is your hotel to the right. You may know, I think there's about 660 rooms inside, and it belongs to the CP, Canadian Pacific Railway Company. In 1943, there was a great conference that took place inside the Chateau Frontenac, and there was Churchill, Roosevelt, and Mackenzie King, who was Prime Minister of Canada at the time, and those 3 men talked about the preparation of the J-Day, is that how you call it, in Normandy? D-Day, right. J-Day, J for Jules in French. Oh gosh. Former Laval University, the Seminary of Quebec. And so in the old days, our famous University Laval was located here in the old Quebec, and it was moved to the suburbs in the 50s. However, there's still one single faculty that is still in the old Quebec. It's the Faculty of Architecture. All of the...
Okay, we're in Old Town, or Lower Town, and this is the hotel or motel we're staying at. You can see how high up it is. That's the Hotel Frontenac. I think I called it something else a while ago. We'll take a little walking tour. This is called Lower Town. This is the old Quebec.
The cable car that goes up the side. Oh, everybody to the side, please.
From Paris, but of a very different style than the first gift I showed you down there, the dialogue with history. So this cubic monument that you saw down there is supposed to be talking with Louis XIV. That's why it's called Dialogue with History. Simple enough. When Champlain founded the city back in 1608, he built what he called his habitation, just right where this church is now standing. Mr. Champlain's habit for the whole colony of New France. And as a matter of fact, you may find over there, it's made of granite, there's a circle and some lines on the ground that show you the exact location of the rooms of our founder's habitation. The habitation is now beneath the church.
Inside this church, it's a boat that used to belong to somebody, I don't know, it's hanging from the ceiling. This is inside the church. And this is the boat we referred to before. This is what they call Lower Quebec. To get the altar. From I'm running out of film. I'm going to finish it. No, I got film down here, but I mean on this roll.
We're going to go up and down there.
Later. We ain't going now, are we?
No.
I'm just getting a picture of this from old Quebec to show just how high above it is. And that's where our billets are for 2 days. Well, we're going for a horse and buggy ride through town. Maybe some of the things you would see we took on the bus.
Oh, sorry about that.
That's all right.
And it'll be bouncy probably. And much of it I may not be able to explain, but that's the way it is. This is called St. Louis Street. It's a pedestrian street.
Anyhow, that wasn't very nice of that bus, you know, they did that. They didn't have to park so but it was really squeezed in, but anyway.
Yeah.
There's some ships at sea out there.
So where you people always from here?
Yeah.
Is this ship this time here?
Yes.
So did you just get in or you've been here a couple days?
We've been here a couple of days. Oh, we came yesterday. This is our second day.
We came from Montreal up here.
Yeah, we came from Montreal.
Here's the artist, Ellie.
See that? They have,
Is that a drugstore over there? Huh?
Queen Anne stuff.
yeah, it started.
Okay, then maybe let me get some. Okay.
On the way back, then it's close to drugstores.
Yeah.
As long as you don't.
And this is quite old. This was built in the middle of the 1600s. The original church built. And then it was expanded to large some of the built. Burned down at one point. These are examples of Art Deco style. But Quebec City has tried many different styles of architecture. There's quite a collection. So these were built around the 1930s. And the Price building here was the only skyscraper inside the old city. After they built it, they passed a law limiting the height of buildings with the idea they didn't want any skyscrapers inside the walled city. So the only other tall buildings are out front. There's a few taller ones outside the old city. But this
This is Cook Street.
Yeah. They sort of wanted to show their importance here that they had taken over, that they were running the place now. So they built a lot of buildings along this line. Some of them are no longer around, they've been burned down before that. But this is another church. This was a church, a Methodist church, but now it's a concert hall in the line. A boys' school after that, and they kept the guns in the basement. We have engines down there with iron doors. But now the boys' school is gone too, and it's a library, and it's going to become a museum district. Should be an interesting place anyhow. I guess that must be long gone now, though, since
Oh yeah.
They're pretty building fronts.
so this is the Kent Gate over. So there's three of them up down here.
That's why I got that signal on there.
Yeah, 30 horses on the road.
I guess, yeah, you have a lot more runs than don't you?
Not now, though. There's not as many.
Isn't it? Aren't them trees built here?
Oh, we're gonna go by that statue of the, for their snow carnival.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
See them trees right in there. They're lovely. That's what we should do.
This is for the carnival they have. A Mardi Gras type carnival in February. And this is one of the 4 gates through the walled city. We have seen one back there. And the picture, if it's jumping, is because this is being pulled by a horse.
This is a monument for the Boer Wars.
Yeah.
The Quebec soldiers who went to South Africa to turn it into history. So we'll be seeing that a bit later on. It's out by Chateau Frontenac. The gates were all rebuilt in the past 100 years. The original gates were built around the 1700s. And the idea was to lock up the city at night and to limit who could get in. Getting in the way of traffic, so they tore them down and rebuilt some more practical ones. And that's François, historian in Quebec, died in 1860. provincial government. Government of Quebec meets here. Legislative elected assembly. And the statues you see represent people who played an important role in the history here of the country. Explorers, missionaries, political leaders like Count Frontenac is up there. He's the fiery governor who, when the British were trying to meet with him, he knew what was up their sleeve and he said, "Tell them I will answer with the mouths of my cannon." And it's too bad he wasn't around a bit longer. Maybe the British would have never succeeded.
That's what we.
And so, style of architecture is French Renaissance, the French style. And a lot of these buildings. Although winter's beautiful too, but there's really always a beautiful autumn here. We need to know out here. Try to get Quebec to separate his party's political platform as an independent Quebec.
Ain't that a...
These were built, these buildings here were built in 1850. And they've been renovated and turned into condominiums. There's another one down there too that says some renovations this summer. You can see the roof there. They got a grant from the city to help them with their renovation. But the Americans were going to come up and try to take over. So the British, they had won the Battle of the Plains of Abraham in 1759 and then had taken over here. And they weren't going to let it go to the Americans. We had like the Civil War and all that. And they just, they forgot about Canada. So all the fortifications have just, kind of been built and they're just sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
No, wait, I don't know if that's a ferry boat. No, I don't think it is. But it's a ferry boat that goes across the city. But the city unfortunately lost most of its old houses to all the fires that kept happening and recurring until such time as the city stiffened up the building codes to make things more fire. There must have been some French in there somewhere.
It's French origin is St. Louis. We have the fleur-de-lis on our city flag.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Of course not.
Named after kind of St. Louis.
What?
I can't
Cup?
I'm getting crazy face. See, my feet is all underneath the seat.
Okay.
That's the old French style of architecture there. Years earlier, today it's the French consulate. It's also built around the mid-1600s. The Duke of Kent lived there for 3 years. He was Queen Victoria's father. He had some kind of a love affair with a lady here, but he had to go back to England and become king, and it was very heartbreaking. So she entered the convent after that. And so, yeah, you're right. It's a monument of the faith. It's for the first missionaries who came to Quebec. 1615, the Recollect Fathers.
Let me off at the drugstore because I have to go back up to the hotel.
Oh, I thought you said you wanted to be.
I
gone.
wanted to, but I can't
Oh,
walk. I can't walk.
I see. Okay, so you're gonna just go to the drugstore then on your own now?
Yeah, probably.
We will.
All the cannons.
So that's the Prescott gate over there that I had mentioned everything.
Okay. I'm just letting it run.
They really didn't make our city look well protected.
And this here is Montmorency Park. This little park is the site where the first peasants tilled the land here. 1617. We are there, and then we were there, there was so up until that was the fur trading post. But then they found that there were people that came over from France and started colonizing in here. So this is where that colonizing came. Here's the seminary. It's moved, except the School of Architecture that's still there. But this is a nice building. This was built 150 years ago. This present one, although the seminary itself is much older. It's almost from the beginning to around 1650. And the men's groups, they're very popular here in Quebec. They were much influenced by the architecture of the New England. And then the city walls here, the cannons. And the French put up cannons, and then the British put up cannons. The walls used to be higher. There's always been a wall around the city. Very back at the beginning almost. It's just sort of a wooden thing, like a picket fence, but it's been elaborated over the years, especially the British built it up. But about 100 years ago, people were getting tired of not seeing the nice view, so they decided to lower the walls. The present walls that you see are actually much lower than the original. And then the St. Lawrence River you see out there, and of course the city of Quebec. There's a bridge out in the distance there. So that's the bridge that goes to the Isle of Orleans. I don't know if you can see much of it. A lot of data there. That's just where that boat is going in that direction.
This is the marina.
And then the seaport here, the old port, was once extinct further. So they the seaport here pretty much died out. It's shifted.
Don't worry, be happy.
Right, it's a government building, health and welfare, Canadian government.
That's the train station.
And you see how
The green roof.
that's very much in the same style as the one. The train stopped going there in the 1970s. And then there was a move to restore the old port of Quebec in 1984. There was a seafood commemorate 375 years. First boats came. So partly
This is St. Louis Street. I got this somewhere else.
I want my picture of this.
Flower window boxes are still in bloom.
Some of these places have the prettiest windows. And other people, that's one thing and all, and you just roll along with one prettier window than the other.
We're going to take this down, down and walk around a little bit down below, and then we'll be back up. We'll come back up. This is called a funicular.
Walking up. What a beautiful, isn't that pretty? That pink or fuchsia color.
This is, what do they call this? Lower City, I believe.
Lower Quebec.
Lower Quebec. And this is right at the bottom of the funicular. That's what we just come down. You can see it's all boutiques or tourist traps or whatever you want to call it. Oh, we got on the ferry, and it'll go across the St. Lawrence River and back. We won't get off. Let's see what's going on. Maybe get a better view of a few things. I don't remember the name of that across there, but I think I've got other pictures in it. Okay, I'm standing on the ferry that goes across the St. Lawrence River, and we're just moving away from the dock. And we're just going to ride it over to the other side and back, just for kicks. Anytime we see a ferry, why, we take a ride on it. Gasoline is 67 cents a liter here. So you don't see as many cars on the street. See the steps going up the hill? We're on the other side of the St. Lawrence Riverway, and we're going to stay on here and ride back.